The Messmer Soldier's Axe is better than you think. It may be a generic-looking weapon carried by dozens of common enemies all throughout the DLC, and it may belong to one of the least glamorous weapon classes in the game, but it excels at what axes do well, having a hard-hitting heavy attack. The Messmer Soldier's Axe is one of those weapons that you have in your inventory that you have no memory of picking up. It is a rare drop from the soldiers that wield it. The sheer amount of these enemies you kill on a DLC run makes it very likely you'll get one of these on an average DLC playthrough. If not, you can grind some of the enemies patrolling outside of Castle Ensis. Stay at this for a while and you'll get yourself a shiny new axe. The moveset is cool in the light attack department and above average for heavy attacks. The R1s are fast back and forth swipes to get in some quick damage. The charged heavy attacks are where this weapon really shines. Don't let the B strength scaling on the heavy infusion fool you. These charged heavies will chunk down the enemy health bar. With a few standard damage boosting effects on your character, these get even more deadly. If your opening is large enough, you'll get to land the 2-hit heavy follow-up. Typical of other attacks in Elden Ring, most of the damage is on the second attack. I was unsure of which Ash of War to use on this run, but settled on the old reliable Lion's Claw. I preferred using the heavy attack when I had a good opening, but Lion's Claw has much better range than the moveset. The Ash also does a lot of poise damage, so it complements our playstyle perfectly. This is a strength-based build, so I only used my favorite incantations, that being Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. If you feel like you'll be using Lion's Claw a lot during your fights, or feel it'll take a while before you win, try only using Golden Vow for its much longer duration and defensive boost. The best buff order I found before a fight was the Physique Flask, Golden Vow, Weapon Grease, then Flame Grant Me Strength. This Messmer Soldier's Axe is heavy infused, so we're free to use any weapon buff we please. My favorites on this run were the Freezing Grease to inflict Frostbite, and Messmer Fire Grease for adding fire damage, being thematically appropriate, and most importantly, looking cool. The only problem I had with this weapon was the limited range. There were a few heavy attacks I whiffed, some that looked like I should have connected. This was most apparent in phase 1 of the Malekith fight. He is much bigger than he seems, and if you're right in front of him when you nail down a charged heavy attack, there's a good chance you will miss. Please let me know in the comments down below of your experience with the axe weapon class in Elden Ring. This is only the second run I've done with one. The Ice Rind Hatchet was a cool dexterity weapon, and the Messmer Soldier's Axe is a great standard strength weapon. To show that you enjoy the content, do leave a like and subscribe for more Jersey-Side videos, posted every week, Friday at 5. For tiers and talismans, I ran with the Axe Talisman for better charged heavies, the Two-Handed Sword Talisman for 15% more damage with our moveset, the Dragon Crest Great Shield for physical damage negation, and the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman for the best stamina regen. The 2 tiers this time were the Stone Barb Crack tier for increased poise damage. This is very welcome on New Game Plus 7, where poise damage taken by enemies is reduced, and the Spiked Crack tier for yet another boost to our charged heavy attacks. At RL 170, our stats were 60 Vigor, 20 Mind for Lion's Claw and incantations, 35 Endurance to medium roll with heavy armor, 80 Strength, since this is where our scaling is, and 25 Faith to use Golden Vow. I implore all of you to check to see if you already have this weapon on you. Drops from trash mobs while you're clearing a new dungeon are often neglected, if my experience is anything like yours. Don't let the commonplace name and look of this weapon fool you, as all heavy attack fans will enjoy a playthrough with the Messmer Soldier's Axe.